CT side? No. Spirit starting on the CT side. Furia starting on the T side. And so this one is going to be getting underway.
Well, I'll get myself situated for this one. I'm excited. Of course, on the other stream as well, we've got Vitality taking on Gamer Legion. Who you got in that one?
Vitality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Woo, let's go. CT start for Team Spirit. And you say uninspired calling. We won't know just yet. We'll get to see Furia's attack first.
Take one of these.
Thank you, love. Oh, thank you.
There you go. All right, 4-player A start for Spirit out the gates. Yuri with a safe jump spot on the long corner. Did he see Magix? Well, bit of util on Quesarado. Actually, util spread across 3 players. Fallen with a smoke, Skulls with a flash, Quesarado with a molly and a flash. Now, I like the block that Zontix is going for over towards B. Takes any pressure, drops the smoke. They have to run through the gray screen. Interesting to see a molly short on pistol, but that's going to guarantee they get the control. And Fallen is part of this, so I would expect them to pivot back to a mid to B. And yeah, telling the mid to B smoke has just dropped. B split, all action on Zontix, Alex. This is tough for the young gun.
All alone. 1 man versus 5. Good luck, have fun. No one's coming to your help. No one's coming to your aid. It is all on Zontix. If he can get 2 in the round, maybe alive for Spirit, but there's that flash in his face. And oh, he's spotted out now, gets 1.
One's still not bad considering the circumstances. I don't see a defuse kit, just a flash for Shiro to facilitate the retake. Yeah, best of luck, Spirit.
Flash from Chopper as well. Obviously, you have got Donk, so give him the flashes to Chopper and he can get the boys going. Situated into a retake. Tunnel-centric, which is interesting. It's going to put some eyes on Cello. Shiro late from mid. Magic's just loud and tries to demand some control. Does hit the headshot onto Fallen. Skulls a response but traded. There's Cello at the back of the site. Gets his. Cello and Shiro.
Still time.
1v1. If he hits this shot, it's good. 1 bullet's all he's got. Knife kill comes out! No time! But it's an AWP getting a knife kill. That is a silver lining if ever I saw one.
Well, he got that kill immediately. Maybe, just maybe, there was an opportunity to get on that defuse. It would have been damn close, but Shiro gets the knife, has the Kevlar still. He can actually facilitate himself with an M4, and they're just going to buy in immediately. Shiro's dropped the M4. Gets a scout for his troubles. But Furia, great job with this one. Whether or not they expected only 1 player to be on the site, they had everything they needed for that B split. Great shooting from Cello. And at this moment, if he got the kill immediately, I think there was time for the defuse. But as soon as it became a little bit more of a kerfuffle.
Well, this is still going to be a very threatening round. As you highlighted, the Donk M4 has been facilitated by Shiro's knife kill. He starts long, will probably park Magix and start to move.
Well, you know that there's going to be some type of event. You know there's an M4.
Yeah.
Right? You know 100% that there is an M4 invested based off of the knife kill from Shiro. So the biggest problem in a round like this for Furia is scout tags, right?
Right.
You get scout tagged and then
how about
that? Have a real tough time.
About 5-7 to your face, or was that a Donk Dink? I think it might be a Donk Dink. No, just 10 HP for Cello. A Donk Dink.
A Donk Dink. They're out long. Corner smoke to be deployed. Donk just in the open.
Oh, Donk was flashed. Still gets 1.5. That may seem insufficient though. Furia set for success. Magix and Zontix are in the right place to disrupt this. Yuri 50 HP, Cello 10 HP, but just holding lowers for Cello. Okay, Magix.
I hate this for Furia.
Yeah, Magix, you're going to get an easy first onto Yuri. Falling now with the bomb is under a lot of pressure. He needs help. He needs help. Oh, he just survives. But they're so low. This is falling apart, though, for Spirit. Shiro left alone. Despite the low HP, that scout could do some damage. Quesarado spots him. Nice timing on that. Just as Shiro looked away. Okay. Okay, Quesarado trying to get the juices flowing. First 2 contributions, and it's an important one.
Yeah, I didn't love this at all, really, for Furia, because it was a 2v2 on A. But the late up cat crawl kept it being very awkward. If Spirit knew that there were only 2 players ramp and there was no support, they would have just swarmed them, right? So I think Furia are a little bit fortunate. that they were so worried about more bodies long that they didn't step out of line. But Furia should be getting this third round now. It's just up against the Eco, and Spirit have gambled wrong incorrectly once more.
Right.
4 players towards B, just Chopper A, and, well, he's going to confirm, yeah, boys, they are out long. So this one is a formality. Less donks Deagle. Rotated over in time. There is a HE for the clear of the smoke. Playing anti-flash right now is the bomb carrier Skulls. Now the U2 comes through, not for the clear, just for the fights, as Cello continues to farm up a couple. Just 2 more. He's going to chase these Eeks. Cello sees aim on point. Just the one man of Zontix, and he'll be felled by Yuri. 3-0. Great start for the Brazilians.
Couldn't really be better. I love that from Fallen as well, the fact that he didn't choose to invest to facilitate an AWP into the first real gun round. And so we get that head-to-head, Shiro and Fallen both equipped.
I think I'd have to go and check the figures, but I don't know how people at home feel when they play their competitive games or their pugs on this, but I think that the CT side is at least my preferred side. You know, whether or not it's you should be getting more rounds on it or not, I think that's probably something up for debate. But I think the CT side, definitely the preferred side. Default spread, Shiro on the boost, and Cello's already passed the line of sight, so when Shiro peers back out, Cello's long gone. This might catch Shiro well off guard. Hello.
Wow, great shot.
It was just so quick on his scaling. Like, Shiro's going to be kicking himself. How did that even happen? They're going out late long. Magix and Chopper to be tested. They're faffing around with nades.
Oh, and you peek into Fallen's orb. This is so well structured for Furia now, and the opposite for Spirit. Diligent flash, forces crosshair away, another body drops. Just completely disintegrating for Spirit.
All right, well, yeah, I said they were faffing around with nades. They were faffing around with the orb. Chopper had brought that over to give to Magix to lock down long, and it just looks a little bit silly. And, well, they're already combing forward. You've got Skulls and Cello dealing with the rotation. Worst case, you give away AKs, right? So I would let Skulls go for the hunt potentially, but I wouldn't allow Cello to do so. But that from Cello, great opener. He's finding impact, pissed around, and now on this first rifle round to opener onto the AWP. And to remove the AWP immediately on Dust2, think about the liberties that gives you. That's fantastic work from Furia.
Yeah, it's flawless.
Cello says hello.
This would be a great hunt, but likelihood is low. He takes it a go. Oh, gets Zontix. Donk will survive, only for 1. Everything taken away from them at the cost of Cello, but that's nothing. For Spirit, they have, what, 3.9 on Donk? That's the high end?
Yeah, Eco now as Hallie calls the tactical timeout, so just a chance to get on the microphone. We will see them take the save and then buy into the next. But right now, there are a few investments that they can have, right? Do we go for some scouts again? Do we try and use the spawn of Magix, I believe it is, get into lower dark? They have anything outside the box here that they want to get away from, and we can also admire some of the setups at the moment. Look how far away Zontix monitor is, right there at the back of the desk. Is it?
It's on a mouse box.
It's on, yeah, it is on something, right?
Yeah, he's actually got it.
So to prop it up higher, he's put it on something. Interesting, okay. Here's the opener. Shiro steps out, not ready for that.
Yeah, well, nice little crouch spray. And Fallen punishing that late swing from Magix after the juggling you highlighted.
Really good hunt. That feels great. That, yeah, and you can see Cello and Fallen both acknowledging that. Well, here's those partial investments. Scout for Shiro. Light for everybody else. MP9's 5-7, so stuff to work with for sure. They've started 4A again. I think if I remember casting matches in the past of Team Spirit, I don't like their CT setup at all.
Bloody hell. What is it you don't like about it? Does it lack dynamicism?
Oh, that is a hard word.
Is it not dynamic enough?
Is it even a word?
I don't know, I think so.
I don't like the fact that Donk isn't the A rotating rifler. That's a star player position.
Dynamicism.
Okay, today we learned. Yeah, I understand that it's a position where you need to be able to read the flow of the game very well, which is why you do have in-game leaders play it. But
rock hard place. Magix meets it and meets his end. Donk, important trade. K-Serato thinks twice about challenging Donk, but that puts an AK into Donk's hands. Now Shiro has to fall away. Yuri and Skull's accelerating for space. Chopper hoovers up mid spaces.
Donk can happen right now.
Certainly could, especially with some Shiro tags. Hasn't hit that one. Donk is on that elevated position, but there's a Molotov and a nade with his name on it, forced wide into the fight. Donk delivers, takes down Yuri. Can he deal another? No. Skulls puts him down in the dirt. There's the Shiro tag. K-Serato does catch Chopper though, and now CT is occupied. Zontix is a sitting duck. He's a dead man as soon as he leaves his hidey hole.
K-Serato already seems to have a pretty good idea. B defender and isolated. Well handled.
Oh, the energy's looking good for Furia right now. They've got that momentum.
A few sketchy moments in that one, but 5-0 start. This is a thing of beauty right now for the Brazilians. Well, when does it stop? Or when does it start?
The layering on that take as well was really nice. They had that smoke on short to ensure that you have to play in front of it. A Molotov to basically limit your options, and then a HE to break this defensive smoke as a response. It was just perfectly layered. They've actually used a smoke as respect to Fallen on the cross. Donk starts B.
But that's it, right? He's the second B player, right? So this is what I'm saying. I feel that he would be better used as the A rotating rifler.
Couldn't agree more.
But yeah, like I was saying, Chopper in-game leader, it can also be an in-game leader position, but you need to find output.
I understand that it also does ward teams off from punishing a very often punished site.
Yeah, but I think that Zontix, actually, I'm not sure the exact setup they used to have on Vertigo. Maybe it was Zontix and Donk as the mid and B defenders, but that wasn't it, right? That definitely wasn't it. Donk had to be liberated and sent over to A.
So we've only got 2 smokes for the Furia finish, but they have got a boatload of everything else. So
I'm glad that was reconsidered from Cello. He's donated that to someone with grander plans, as they're applying a lot of pressure towards B. There's a door smoke, you can see it on the radar. You're going to use this to scurry out middle. So essentially with that, you want to draw the mid to B player to help focus fire towards B, which has opened up this gap.
It's quite the gap. Shiro will have a sight. No, he won't.
They are schooling them right now.
CT smoke for the wrap. There is so much trouble. Donk got so much to do. Drops in. Yuri clears him. And only one for Zontix.
They're getting schooled.
This feels like an incredibly well-drilled Furia Dust2. Everything considered. Think about the util they had left and the finish they found.
But that's great. If this is Fallen calling his absolute best, this is what you want to see at a major, right? So the pressure towards B, the B door smoke, the fact that they have to then draw Donk over, they're both totaled up in sight, they walk out. Also, if you're fighting CT spawn and it's Chopper, you're not as scared of a Chopper as you are one of their better riflers. Then you drop the CT spawn smoke, but on the A side, so you can't even rotate to help and break, right? Like, you are kept towards A. Your choices are push long or push short.
Yeah, he's going to be losing this. There's no way you get away. Has to dip, has to tuck Goose. They can mantle up. He's very smart to be holding the jump up. Flash is scary, but it'll actually tell a lie. He will get away with his AWP. Looked a bit foreboding for him, but Shiro at least brings his AWP into the next. But a 6-0 start. And I remind you that Furia have not beaten Spirit across 2 years of a head-to-head.
Yeah, which is crazy, right? You did say, though, they've been getting closer.
They have, and they haven't played Dust2. I'm sure this has been Furia, kind of in the workshop, in the lab, as to how they can break Team Spirit, and forcing a second timeout 6 rounds deep is a testament to their hard work.
Well, shell-shocked right now, Spirit, this is them not going at all, right? The engine hasn't whirred into action. It's a diesel car. They've left it on idle.
Coughing and sputtering.
Yeah, and hopefully this is where we get to see them activated, because G2 versus Mongols was exciting, Na'Vi versus Liquid was exciting. This is exciting for a different reason. Furia looking for their first map win over Team Spirit. Well, Fallen got his against Tabson after, what was it, something like 7 years or something crazy that he hadn't been. I don't remember the exact, that was wild.
Something like that.
Well, Halley, I think he's called them off the full investment. Right, there was some saves there. They could, I thought he called them off the full investment. He hasn't at all.
Okay.
He's maybe called them into the full investment.
Will Fallen keep this masterclass going? A boost for the spot, but 3 players cross behind the smoke. Shiro just going to post up mid. They are leaning B.
Alex, your A defense is literally 2 MP9s. You're just hoping they don't come A. What are you meant to do with this?
Walk up cap, it's awkward. It's very awkward. And Shiro is, I suppose, maintaining some sightlines, calling it clear.
Sure, I guess they've gone, well, we'll just save if they go A.
Now what do? You got HE. Throws it to break. Peeking into Fallen. And dead again. Fallen best Shiro this time.
It's only his 4th kill, but a very impactful one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the best gun you had. Now what? And now I can't help but feel Magix and Chopper are going, boys, they could be going A.
And we literally cannot fight them.
Maybe already discussing how you're going to save that AWP.
Oh dear.
3 players are across doors. Fallen's tending to the potential long push, which is probably going to be one of their best options if they do want to go for it. Molly
doing crisscross smokes as well.
And then
That'll
you
keep
finish
the B
A.
players planted.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Truly, Fallen calling a storm. Doc has to go aggressive. Flashed in by Zontix, but now the answer's been given. The frag has been found. A smoke to delay them, trying to create some sort of terrain that favors the MP9 if they dare push it, but it does facilitate a plant. Actually faking it out, making sure they are risk averse in this one. Good spam. Really good spam from Chopper.
19 seconds.
This smoke has made it very winnable, especially with Magix coming up short. They're doing something. They're doing everything with the MP9s.
Ah, the pound for pound best gun in the game.
Bro.
They stayed long the entire round. Chopper rotates in time, the defensive smoke. That is the first round Spirit win.
The denial on the plant as well. It was such a well-structured round from Furia. Donk doesn't do anything, but Chopper with 20 seconds on the bomb, that smoke as well. It was just it's the only way you're winning that round.
Now Shiro's still losing his mind there, but something to get them going. And I think if you're Spirit, you need to, like, quote-unquote, start playing,
okay, well,
right?
look
Make
at
some
Donk.
moves, look for some fights.
Donk on an AWP. Donk on an AWP, aggressive. Now Flash and Molly combo. They're burning alive. There is so much trouble. Zontix down, Donk down, dead to Cello. Shiro could be the next victim. Gets
Cello.
this one back.
Yeah, didn't want to cool his jets. He definitely gets that W key and it gets going.
What a horrible lower dark punish.
Well, you know you killed Donk and Zontix, so that's both of the B defenders, so the CT setup has to scramble. Chopper announces his presence.
I like the combo of util to deal with alert smoke. That's the kit. The only one available for them is at Xbox. And the bomb's going B. Oh no, they're in trouble. Magix is starting to push long, but it may be too little too late. Shiro's not going to have any information on this. It's all going to be through upper. Okay, a kit available close by. That's good information, but Chopper at the moment just needs to focus on survival.
They can molly him.
That would be the end, and then Fallen can post on the molly. Nice timing, isolated duel, can't hit the second. Fallen brings down the defense of B. Do you go for the 2v3? Shiro has to just hope.
Nope.
No smoke, but instead doors is completely blocked off. And Furia can quietly, carefully secure the plant and the round.
Well, they've got the secondary AWP, but dealt with quite handily in this round.
I loved it, mate. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, Furia have a very good grasp of what's happening, and they also have good protocol utility as well to deal with it. So good stuff for Furia. 7-1, and the round that they lost, hey, I wouldn't be too upset about that. You feel that you definitely should have won it. You outmaneuvered them. You lost to a defensive smoke on the side and a pesky MP9 flank in the time being your biggest issue. It wasn't a terrible round. We'll be able to stay close to the bomb. Still, with all these massive radiuses we have, Dust2 doesn't really have that same issue, does it? Jesus. So fortunate for Skulls, isn't it? Just spams the smoke, takes down Zontix in that fashion. Chopper gets one, but immediate trade from Fallen. Now, I don't know Cello, but I'd imagine he says some inflammatory things.
I also imagine something similar. Here's a change. Donk goes long. Head on collision. Collision course
like
set.
a children's novel. Donk goes long.
Donk gets killed. Skulls goes bye-bye. Nice opening. Ooh, over the smoke. Donk doesn't hit the flick, and it's just going to peek in. Fallen dies to Donk's AWP. That's a nice double.
He's going to potentially end this map with more AWP kills than Shiro if he keeps this up.
Anything you can do, Donk can do better.
Well, this is the best start to the round that I'd say Spirit have had. And we're in round number 9.
He's backing himself for the flick as well. Like if they
run boost or they jump in a pit or do something crazy. Well, all of them are long. They have smoke for the cross. Here we go.
Ooh, exposed, punished, awkward. Donk goes down. Still favors Spirit. Shiro's AWP still a threat. Chopper's locking the door as well. And Yuri using his AWP to take down Shiro. This is now falling apart for Spirit.
You can't lose.
You had a 5v3, and it's just been picked apart. Chopper exposed. Magic's on Gandalf, going to have to do some work here. Makes his presence known. That's awkward. He's lost his element of surprise now. Zontix, you're going to have to find a contribution. It's not going to be easy. Rotation through, spotted as well. They know where everyone is. Magic's running out of bullets, going to be forced to reload soon. Zontix, a Hail Mary jump spot. Magic's, you're in trouble. Oh, he holds on. Gets one. Can he get anything else? Serato's got his number, and it's Chopper. Swings into Yuri with a loud step. Gets the first and isolates the duel, but Serato ready for this one. Playing around the smoke. Chopper actually goes backwards to try and find an angle. Oh, he's done it! An important one for Spirit. After a 3v5, Yuri are pulling into a 1 versus 1.
It's had to be Chopper and Magic's, I suppose, to some degree in these rounds to be getting them across the line. That's only 2 for Spirit. And almost fumbled this one, didn't they? Good for the first, great for the second, overzealous for the third, and you can see him falling off the box there when the flash comes through.
Yeah, it's a great angle if you're not flashed, but that dismount, not easy with a white screen.
You see Serato loses track of Chopper here, has no idea where he's gotten off to for this final duel, and then just catches him looking the wrong way on the cusp of the smoke.
It's a smart clutch from Chop. Recovery required here for Spirit. Make this half workable into the next. No stranger to strong starts of Furia. It's sometimes the close that can be elusive.
Yeah, imagine if you walk away with a 7-5 half with your Furia. You're going to be so disappointed.
Yeah, you will.
I feel that you have 8 as a minimum.
Shiro looking a bit wiggly. Chopper investigates that smoke. Missed nade. Good HE back. Chopper tasked with holding this. I don't fancy his chances here. This is not an easy duel by any stretch of the imagination. Just hoping that...
Shiro can flash him in.
Yeah, but nothing there.
Well, now he has to drop if there's any pressure. I can't believe he just jiggled into his AWP like that. All right, well, they're up, and on the worst timing, Shiro's about to slam his desk.
Unless he can rack up a multi. Ready for the fallen strafe out. One has slipped past. Serato working through. Oh, Shiro! Huge shot. Dips back anti, anticipating the flashbangs. Serato is closer than they're ready for. Chopper's barrel spotted. Maybe a distraction. He knows there's two here. Oh, dear. Serato empty-handed. And Fallen running for the hills. Donk very audible. Jumps up on the Xbox and finds the AWPer as well. Maintaining this double AWP setup or not.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It might just be, you know, knee-jerk. Oh, yeah, we need the AWP for Shiro. But Shiro there, a couple of nice shots. And I thought the timing was going to be his undoing on multiple occasions there. But this is going to force the first tactical timeout. Sid can get on the mic. And the money is questionable right now if you're Furia. Going into the final round of play, they will be getting 2,400 as the loss bonus into the next. So at the moment, if they'd like, they could... Oh, we can see with our little heads-up display that Serato's gone for something heavier. I would hope they don't shove here, right? Like, go for a full rifle round for the last round. Don't go for 2 average rounds in a row. Go for... So it's okay right now. Serato can operate with something lighter or get dropped into the next. So Cello's fought down to 800 as well.
This is off a timeout, right? So this is Sid. This has got the Sid and Fallen stamp of approval.
Yeah, maybe it's a full set piece, which makes it more excusable.
Yeah. Well, at least that AK is going to have a lot of people that can use it with their Kevlar. Late long. Here we go. Magix flashed off. Knows he's got to get out of there. And does so. Shiro now tasked with the first engagement.
And Chopper just cleared mid off of Cat. He's actually going to continue to push. He will have to worry about tunnels lurks. That's actually a T-smoke to block. I guess that sows the seeds of doubt. Chopper's about to get either bad info or a face full of lead. Because Skulls is sitting and waiting. If Chopper backs off, oh, he's been spotted.
Gets the kill. Worried about them actually slipping into B already, ahead of the timing. And he pieces out of there.
Wait, does he think...
He thinks it's long?
He's rotating
okay.
B.
Well, Furia have definitely got them confused. Chopper just checked B and says no one's home, but now they are coming his way. Really paranoid that they have slipped in. Oh, Chopper, this could be really awkward. Oh, it is! They break open. They've got a chance to plant.
These lurks late are crazy. There's 2 pieces that for Furia that can activate really late.
Serato biding his time. They haven't started the plant. Zontic's trying to take some space now as the bomb does go down. Fallen joins the pack. Cello hyper late with just a P250. Fallen needs a 1D here. Nade looks good. Bang on the money. Zontic dunks him. Cello, this late arrival, Shiro's not going to be looking for it. But still, pressure onto Skulls, pressure onto Serato. And Shiro has found Cello with a no-scope. Skulls over revealed. Serato, they know where they are, but the time is of the essence for Spirit. They have to get these kills now. Skulls and Serato connect. And it's off the dot. Saves Team Spirit. A very important conversion.
Touch and go, wasn't it? 4th round now secure for Team Spirit. Not an easy retake by any stretch. And this was the shot. Bang. And then you bang on about Chopper. He's looking into the site. Have they snuck in? Is there a timing? No. Blindsided. And Skulls and Serato in combination almost did enough. Donk says no.
Ooh, they're recovering this half, Chad. I thought it was curtains in the punch that Fury were bringing into the fray.
Well, it's 4 out of the last 5, and they might be able to get 5 out of the last 6.
Yeah, it was that 6-0 start. As you highlighted, a 7-5 will feel like a bit of a mess up from Furia's standpoint, from where they were sitting. Now they want to test the Zontic Donk duo. A break for Donk, or is this just to try and catch a timing with the push?
I think it will be a break. But also, if teams want to do these pop executes, it's nice to have. Pivoting now, Fallen's going to just come and clear this with the AWP. He's going to have 2 targets available.
Oh, Donk gets a heavy lick and Fallen the same. Zontic's ahead of this. This is a very all-in maneuver. Safe from the flash. Skull should have him. Ooh, gets the info safely. Can he get away? Ooh, Donk was nearly there. Susceptible to the spam. Skull's not going to be lucky this time. Oh, very much up for debate here.
And Furia lacking some key pieces of utility for the finish.
Good
they
pivot.
go for a cat execute. There's going to be the AWP of Shiro able to bear down on them. It's just 2 smokes.
So many moving pieces. Now they go towards mid. Chopper smoked off. Zontic's jumping for info. The bomb's so low tons.
Chopper can break this. He has a HE.
Waits for Zontic's to call that they're coming his way. Now Zontic's dead man. No, Donk's gonna be next. Easy peasy, Cello. He squeezes, and Serato catches that rotation as well from Chopper. Well structured there from Furia. Kept the CTs guessing. They had no idea how that finish was going to take shape.
Oh, he spotted 2.
Jigs in a clutch. Picks himself up a HE. cigar. Cello to swing off the contact of Skulls. Contact found. Cello ready for himself for the swing. Ooh, Magix, that's good damage. It's running out of time though. Last chance, pushes through, last round. Got caught on the transition. 8, that is very strong from Furia. They have thrown down the gauntlet for Spirit.
Yeah, and I feel that that softens the blow a little bit, right? Obviously the momentum was being taken away from them, but you're going to be extremely content with an 8-4 half. Pissed around the conversions, kills from Fallen on the AWP. They looked like they were in full control until there was just a little patch of fighting back. Started with the MP9s of Chopper and Magix over towards A. But is that enough for Spirit to work with? That's the question. Have they given themselves a buffer that can get them back into this match? Got Vitality versus Gamer Legion going down on the mainstream with Harry and Hugo. You guys can go and check that one out. They're also at halftime. Mouse versus Pain over there up next, and we'll be bringing you FaZe versus Wildcard. Taking a look at the buys as they are taking shape. Freeze time on the screen. So you two again on the CT side. What are we looking at? A pair of dual Berettas dropped for the B defensive Skulls. And flashes dotted, one for Quesarado, one for Cello. Just had a technical timeout called, everybody. So bear with us for a moment. That one is Zontix. Just get this one sorted before we do get the second half underway.
You can see the stats as we take stock from that first half. Cello, we've got to.
He was great.
His openings were great.
Early, he was really, really good. Very impactful.
Quesarato present. Skulls keeping up his output. And Fallen, we have to give him props for some of their T-side calling. It felt like they were really stringing him around the map.
I think the key is the structure of the unit that Fallen has been able to bring. Obviously, he has some nice little coaching staff over there. They have multiple members from different parts of the world. They've also got Sid behind them. And now that Fallen's been given full reins, no longer with Gary and Art injecting their ideas, it's been a much better looking Furia.
Wow, long on the pistol. This is an interesting challenge. Cello, he welcomes it, but now blow! Oh my God! How's he done that? Just takes the head-on collision with Spirit, says, I can aim better than you, and delivers 3. Okay, Quesarato puts the cherry on top, but that will get the juices flowing.
That's both pistols. Cello has had insane impact. That is the rounds that are going to set you up to close this best of one.
How's he done that? Oh, get out. Okay.
Cello, all right. Oh, we know the Brazilians like the time in the sun. Shining kindly on them right now is the stage.
Well, Cello's here. Let's see if Donk is. He's been given a dig to try and do something. Cello, look at his forward position. He ain't scared. Spotted by Shiro.
I'm going to go reflect on the video right now and see how this could have ended up, and if Dust2, because I wrote down likely Dust2, but yeah, just taking it. What do we see? Ancient and Anubis removed. Makes sense. Furia's permaban Ancient. Inferno removed from Spirit, Vertigo, and Mirage. Spirit removing Mirage, I think, is quite curious. It could have been between Nuke or Mirage. They removed Mirage. Why Mirage, Spirit? You got a 13-5 win against NIP and a 13-8 win against Sashi. And I think Furia had picked Mirage against you 3 out of the 4 times you had faced, and you had beat them every time.
There's the Donk dig. You'd love a plant, but gonna have to get past these. M4 and MP9 just trying to track the head, and eventually, yeah, the war of attrition is won. 10-4 scoreline. I don't know if I have Spirit down as a team that can claw their way back from scorelines like this. We'll see if they can prove me wrong. Yeah, I was wondering if that was going to happen. You can see Donk just demanding the AK-47, understandably so, given his rifling prowess.
And he's at the top of the scoreboard. Like his impact's been few and far between, I would say.
Little spurts. Cello is feeling himself kind of an unsupported lower dark occupation. Chopper's going to be heard here. Cello, how do you address this? Oh, a flash and a frag. How about that? Fallen steps him up! Cello destroys them! Fallen tried to provide and lend a hand, but now he's just got to pivot out. 18 frags for Cello.
Yeah, his impact now. Oof. You're not even going to get a chance to establish yourself in this second half, Spirit, if you can't claw back into this one.
Cello's got more frags than Magix, Shiro, and Zontix combined.
Well, I was in jest saying, you know, two-man army, but I think, like, even though Donk's at the top of the scoreboard, I think Chopper and Magix in two of the rounds of the first half are directly responsible for those wins.
Yeah, right, the MP9s.
You're going to go mid to B into Caserado and Skulls. Good luck.
Magix had an easy frag for Caserado, and the second is too comfortable. The Dust2 looking uninspired here. Uninspired. Furia the opposite. Look at the energy.
They're getting dumpstered. This is quite a statement from Furia. I think coming into this stage, there wasn't a whole lot of confidence behind Furia. You're going up against Spirit, and well, the confidence in them had been waning, but again, touching on their opening, their RMR, the biggest blemish on the record was another loss to G2.
You heard the interview as well, if you checked it out on HLTV, Fallen speaking about how he does believe that there is, grounds for Furia to make an impact at this stage of competition, but it would require a full kind of revitalization of the Furia system. They're not playing up to their usual standard, he claimed, and well, this certainly does kind of build on that.
Yeah, look, this isn't what you expect from Cello every game, but if he can deliver it, that's fine, because next game maybe you get a big one out of Skulls, right? Yeah. So as long as you get the consistent Caserado, we get more little highlights there of the Fallen's potent flashes. That was something that we've seen highlighted a lot about his contributions to this team. The alley-oop master has, well, I feel like this is it for Spirit. They've invested heavily. This one's gotten away from them. Actually, they haven't been in this game, to be fair.
Door smoke. There's a gap that he has over there. Donk mantles up, breaking the smoke, exposed for the potential from a Shiro scout. Donk's just not charging.
Oh!
The Furia spray, yo!
Well, it's not illegal.
It's not.
I don't think it majors, no.
Oh, and Chopper goes down to the fallen hold of the cross. Who's next? He's ready for this. He's been doing this for years. Magix, that nade does great damage onto him. And ooh, doesn't connect on the uncrouch. Zontix, good find onto Caserado. Cello reveals his position as well. But they've made it to the site and the bomb goes down. Spirit should be in prime position to close this one out. Take their 5th round. Fallen doing everything he can to try and keep up the pressure. Spotted now on Magix. Spots the tips of 2 heads. Nice work. They connect in unison. Magix, Dom. Yuri fights back, up ramp, only 5 bullets though, and will need to reload. Time is of the essence. Kit on Skulls. Gandalf and Short, they know what the situation is, and the wallbang's great. Yuri isolates Donk, now they have to win this! Shiro has to come up clutch. Yuri has the kit, and Shiro's won the round.
All right, first real bit of impact there from Shiro. Actually, second bit of impact. He did have that orb round towards A as well. See if he can get something a little bit tidier than a Galil. Doesn't look like he'd be able to get his hands on it, so that's the best that they can carry through a labored round.
Nice wallbang from Furia.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Donk walked out into it. It's like, well, if he's going to spam you... I think that he's going to run out of bullets, probably before he gets the kill.
Like penetration damage or 0, you know? Like,
yeah, so...
Do you want cover or not?
I guess Donk's attitude is just take the fight. Okay, something. Need more of that, though. As, to get back into things, it's going to be 6 more rounds required. That'll have to be 7 consecutive, and that's just to tie things up. Furia just need 2. And if we were to build the story, Spirit win this one, Furia have to eco. Scoreline at that point 11-7. Rifles come back out. Start getting ever closer. Little double stack set up on B right now.
You're not ready for the AWP, are you?
But just a question. I think Skull swings because he's playing anti, right? I thought he might just play smoke, but no. So from the tall box, ready to assist Fallen.
What's this? Or just pauses at the wall. Ahead of the lurk smoke. This could be really cruel. Zontic's a dead man. And now if you want to trade, you walk into Skulls. He'll dip out and smoke it. Opening provided by Fallen's AWP.
They had the opener in the last round, but it was as they started to surge out of short, so there was space taken. This time, that's not the same conversation. Another mid to B smoke lands and walk to the AWP.
Brilliant AWPing from Fallen this round, and now Donk tries to walk to punish. Of course he's got help. Skulls with a double. Perfect calling, perfect round, perfect everything. Furia 12, Spirit 5.
Oh, mate, you look at that from Spirit. Look at the nades they have left as they dry walk out of an upper tunnel smoke, as they dry walk out mid to B into an AWP.
It lacks elegance.
Well, I think that they have one of, I wouldn't even say they have a system. I think Spirit are pretty light on when it comes to that layer of the game.
Yeah, they're more of a brute force approach. Either.
Yeah, and when Shiro and Donk aren't destroying everybody, what do you have? Nothing, really.
Just a 0-1.
Out long into Cello. Can he seal the deal right here, right now? Spams down one, traded.
Okay, Serato's here, though. Oh, there you are. Straight through the smoke. And Skulls doesn't clear out Zontic. So a little bit of a respite from the pain and misery that Spirit have been suffering here on Dust 2. Furia are one round away from beating a team they have never beaten.
What a time to do it.
And doing it at the elimination stage of the major.
Yep. Well, Fallen and Yuri have gone looking, and now is this for a safe haven? Or is this because they don't really believe it's long? Because if that's the case,
Oh my God, no.
they do find themselves in the right place. Well, Chopper's about to call the site clear, so they should rotate back through middle.
Okay.
Like, why would you finish B when your in-game leader is literally in A and not seeing anybody?
Okay.
So you should now rotate through short. Everything should be fine. So now your biggest concern is getting the bomb up Xbox.
And he's just safely...
We're really just in the mind of Spirit right now because we can see Furia as saving.
Yeah, but it is nice to see, you know, the thought processes. Chopper gets the bomb delivered to him.
And at this point, Spirit should be able to piece it together that they are dealing with a save. So they could, if they would like, try and turn to ripping away these investments.
Well, it certainly would be an upgrade over your Scout and your Tank 9.
And also the loss bonus for Furia is at the bottom of the barrel, right? So for them, then we question, is there even a buy? And whereas if there are saves, there will be a purchase, or at least there can be. Almost.
Nearly got there in time.
You were very close.
Sorry, guys. Got the sniffles.
All right, well, retaining this AWP and the M4 in the hands of Yuri. Both Fallen and Yuri can drop M4s.
Well, he's got all of the Fallen legacy stickers there. You got Furia, Luminosity, SK, Liquid.
Is Imperial on there?
I think so.
Okay. That was the last time we thought he was going to retire. Okay, so they drop an M4 each. That means that the util was there. Skulls have more than enough money to buy one for himself. And they have a full buy. That's the difference of hunting those guns or not, right? If Furia didn't save those, this would not be a full gun round.
Fallen flashed. Molotov stops his early aggressive escapade.
They're setting up a boost immediately? Yeah, they are. This is an old school one. We used to see Simple use this. Doubts the deep line. So he's gone for something a little bit safer. Still won't be expected. Should be good for one.
Now he's been spotted, yeah, get out of there. Especially upon the smoke.
Literally all 5 players short for Spirit. Literally.
Well,
You don't have any other option.
Yeah, brute force though. You don't have to go through the smoke, you've got time.
We'll watch him.
It's the last smoke they have on A. But they'll break it. Exposed to Serato, gets only the one. A lot of damage onto Donk. Fallen comfortable collection, I tried to say. As Magix does go down.
Favorable retake for Furia.
Yeah.
Let the plant go in. It is a short plant, so you know they're going to be isolated to short.
Ooh, how do you hold
CT
it?
spawn.
How do you hold short? They're coming in long as well.
This should be it.
Zontix, you have to hit some shots. One is not enough. Donk low HP, hoping, crouching, and down. It all falls to Shiro. The clutch to keep us going, keep Spirit in the game. Fallen versus Shiro. One of them has much lower HP than the other, and Fallen's just running at it with a USP. It's Furia's game. They finally break through. Their first victory versus Team Spirit, and it's at the Perfect World Shanghai Major. The Brazilians start off the elimination stage with the win.
Yeah, it's a statement in more ways than one. Picking up that scalp of Spirit, it is a massive one to take, but 13-7, Cello with huge impact on the pistol rounds, and that is a great way to set your sails forth. Really good win.